Hey guys, it's Joe Plays Games and welcome back to another YouTube video. Yesterday, I talked about what happened at San Diego Comic-Con with DC Comics, but today I'm going to talk about what happened at San Diego Comic-Con with Marvel Comics. In particular, what they did with their TV and movie properties, because I don't have enough money to be reading all the comics, so I just really follow the TV and movies. You guys know what I do. So, first I want to talk about the TV properties that they were talking about, and then we're going to talk about the movie properties. So, start off with the TV properties. There was the 3 Netflix shows that they basically talked about, and then there was the 1 network show that they have. They also showed a new network show that's coming, not at all related to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's called Legion. It's going to be on FX, and it's going to be related to mutants. So, it's not necessarily a Fox property. It is a Marvel property, which is on loan because they can use it on TV. Or for some reason. I don't know the legality of it, but they're doing it anyway. So that looked really cool. And then the 3 Netflix shows, they did Luke Cage, they did Iron Fist, they did Defenders little logo type deal where it was kind of just a sizzle reel. And then they showed that Ghost Rider is going to be in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4, which kind of brings in... We'll be bringing him in at the same time that they bring in Doctor Strange, so it'll be bringing magic into the Marvel Universe, in the cinematic universe, and the TV universe, even though they're one and the same. It just allows the kind of new power to be used in both universes. And then, let me talk real quick about what I thought about the 3 Netflix shows. Luke Cage looked really badass, because Netflix always has been doing their stuff great. Jessica Jones I never finished just because my Netflix subscription ended and I haven't gotten back to finish it, but I love both seasons of Daredevil. Iron Fist looks like it could be a fresh take on what they're doing, because I think he's more of a different type of a character. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm really excited for whatever they do, because it's probably going to be good. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Ghost Rider thing makes me want to come back, but I don't know if it'll happen, just because I haven't watched really the past 2 seasons. So I'll see. And then let's now talk about what they did with their movie properties. So the only trailer we got out of Comic-Con was the Doctor Strange trailer, which was more of the same, but it also kind of set the tone a little bit better and showed that there is some comedy to it, like most Marvel movies, and showed more of what the action set pieces are going to look like, more trippy stuff like the first trailer showed. So I'm really excited for that, which comes out in November, so we're getting close to the release date. And then everything else that we learned from Comic-Con was all from the panels, and it's all been, retold. So there was Spiderman Homecoming, there was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Black Panther, and that was it. And Captain Marvel was cast. So Captain Marvel was cast. We were, not we, but everybody was petitioning, you could say, for this UFC fighter, Ronda Rousey, but she didn't get it. Brie Larson, who was in Room, and I've recently seen Room, and I think Room was really good, and I think she's going to do really well in this role. So Brie Larson is going to be Captain Marvel in the Captain Marvel movie and Avengers Infinity War, I think she's going to be in. And then we have Black Panther, which they announced a bunch of new cast members that weren't announced beforehand, and I think it's really going to bring the world of Wakanda to life in the manner that we all have been looking for. And then we had Guardians of the Galaxy, which I believe they showed a sizzle reel. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think they talked about it much, but I think James Gunn directly said that it's not as related to the cinematic universe as everybody would say, because it's not directly tied to the Infinity Stones, but you can't really tell that it won't, because saying something it won't is just to keep the crowd away. But you never know. He may end up sneaking something in there. It's more, the film he seems to think is, or not seems to think, is saying is more directly focused on building the characters as a team and showing their connection on a new level as the characters, and bringing them together. So when they get into Avengers Infinity War, which I believe they're going to be in, the continuity, not continuity, but the way the team sticks together will really show, because you've had 2 films to prove it, and the characters are really connecting and jiving, as well as the actors. And then Spiderman Homecoming, they showed a scissor reel of both an action set piece and a kind of what's going to go on in the high school type deal. The high school type deal is we're going to get him interacting with the Zendaya character, which I believe is going to be his love interest for at least the first movie. It's not confirmed whether... Well, her character's name is Michelle. It's not confirmed whether Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane are going to pop up, which I think they'll pop up eventually, because you can't really do Spider-Man without the 2. But we also did get to confirm that Michael Keaton will be playing the Vulture in the film, which we all thought about, and it seemed pretty likely. And I think it's awesome that they're bringing in a refreshing new take, as well as their Flash Thompson's in there. We've got Harry I don't know if Harry Osborn's going to be in there, but you've got Vulture, which is also a new villain. I think it's going to be a really good movie, and I trust exactly what Marvel's doing with the character. I think it's great to have him back in the universe, especially since now he can be used in these big team-up films, and he can be featured in the Avengers movies and stuff like that, and have these cool scenes that kind of steal the show. So I really loved everything that Marvel did. There wasn't a whole lot to actually see and then really get on about, except the 4 trailers that or I guess 5, because you have the Doctor Strange, the 1 FX trailer, and then you have the 3 Netflix trailers. And I liked everything I saw. I'm really looking forward to Doctor Strange coming, and then Luke Cage is coming shortly. Iron Fist will follow shortly afterward. Defenders will be on Netflix shortly after that, and then upcoming Spider-Man Homecoming next year, and then we have Thor the Dark World. Well, that was kind of at Comic-Con, but only in a sizzle reel. So those are my thoughts. I like what they didn't really... I didn't get to see anything they showed, but I liked exactly everything they were doing. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you haven't checked out my DC Comics thoughts for what they did at SDCC, go check those out, and then make sure to click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and comment your thoughts down below on what Marvel is going to be doing in the future. And I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Love you guys long time, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.